Alcohol is sugar. Welcome to Learn Wine with Caroline. Today we are going to talk about wine alcohol content. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and write booze in the comments so I know you're watching. Get my free wine vocab guide with the link in the description. People want to talk about booze all the time, so here we go. So when we talk about alcohol content in wine, we talk about a percentage, and that is the alcohol by volume. So beer tends to come in, between 3 and 4%. Liquor is 40%, and then wine is coming in anywhere between 5 and around 20. First of all, we need to understand where the alcohol comes from. At its most essential, alcohol is sugar plus yeast. So basically what happens in winemaking is yeast eats the sugar in the grape juice, which spits out alcohol and also carbon dioxide. That is the equation. It's pretty simple. The range of alcohol on wines goes from anywhere from about 5% at the bottom, that's like a Moscato d'Asti, that's really light, up to even past 20 for fortified wines. But most wine falls somewhere in between 12 and 14%, although that is being pushed up these days. A lighter wine under 10% is usually going to have a little bit of sugar, something like a Riesling or a Moscato, and often actually at the very, very high end as well, with fortified wines, those might have some sugar too. White wines do tend to be lighter in alcohol than red wines because red grapes actually need more ripeness, and so they get sweeter while the grapes are on the vine. Higher alcohol wines are going to be richer in your mouth, they're going to be bigger and fuller, sometimes they can be really spicy. Alcohol can give you kind of spiciness, but it's really all about balance. If you have a 15% Spanish red that has a lot of tannins and a lot of body and a lot of really good flavor, it can be really good. You can have super high alcohol wines that are delicious and in balance. And you can also have wines that don't have super high alcohol but taste boozy because they're not in balance. Fortified wine is actually when alcohol, liquor, a brandy base, is added to a wine to stop the fermentation, usually with a little bit of sweetness left, but not always. And so those are the wines that are going to be like 16% and up. That's like sherry, port, Madeira, those types of wines. Alcohol is sugar, so you want to remember that if you're worried about your calorie count. Lower alcohol wines are going to be lighter. One way that I like to think about alcohol in wine is really think about ripeness, think about sugar. So wines from cooler places that don't get as ripe, those are going to tend to be lighter in alcohol than wines from really hot places. So when I am thinking about alcohol and alcohol levels, I do often think about climate. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with your friends.